there's our routes. It's like hour 56, not including time to cross the border. Told Ray we'd meet him at 7 a.m., so that should work out. Well, good morning, everybody. Jughead is here. Dakota's still at home, which means he's right behind me pouting up there in the living room. Because today is going to be a unique ferry trip. It is going to involve about 10 times more driving and 4 border crossings to get a single airplane from Chilliwack, British Columbia to Bellingham, Washington. The flight, 33 miles, maybe even 31. But we got to drive across the border, take the airplane south across the border, take a combination of taxis and rides from friends to get back to Chilliwack, to pick up the pickup, to drive back across the border and come home. And then in a couple days, once the inspections on this airplane to convert it fully to its U.S. registry are complete, I'll be taking this airplane to Sheridan, Wyoming, down to JT's flight school. You may recognize that town of Sheridan. We've taken 2 airplanes there for clients, including the J3 back in 3 winters ago for JT and his flight school. So pretty day in the Fraser River Valley. The mountains are looking gorgeous over there. Wish I could be headed for Sheridan today with this airplane. All right, we're done with the freeway. Approaching downtown Chilliwack. That's a good sign. There's a sign with an airplane with an arrow pointing left. I think we'll go that way. Stunning morning. Hey, look at there, right there. Huh. Pulled in just to see if this was close and we found it. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Quite the weave. Hangar's full. And there she is. All right. First look's always fun. What a gorgeous morning driving up this morning.
Oh, like my favorite time to drive is has so many freaking records, like manual. Like if they're starting to look for stuff, there's manuals, their maintenance documents, of everything that was all the records for this aircraft are in here. The stuff that Canadians normally have, that's archived. They would normally have. You're going to want that too on board. This is the engine logbook from when the engine was done. Okay. This is what you would consider your normal tech logs, or your technical records. So this stuff is all up to date. This is your validation of your flight authority. That means that U.S. flight authority you can fly it in Canada. So that you that's only good till you hit the borders. After that, doesn't matter. Yeah. These documents they normally have on board as well. This is what their old current insurance, C of A, C of R, lease agreement, STCs, blah, blah, blah. This I'm just sticking this with this. This is the 200-hour inspection sheets that we did, because I think Bill's signing off that he's completed the U.S. equivalent for the annual. So this is the supporting documents. He's going to want to see that pile right there. Everything else, and this is all supporting documents for STCs, and all this sort of stuff, I think is what he is going to really want to see. This is old. This weight and balance report, I went through them in here, and in this, under weight and balance, here, weight and balance, it says right here, two. Right here is when it was reweighed. So it was reweighed. So this is old information for data for stuff that was there. And I should look at this to see what was it reweighed, or did we get the?
So 718 useful. So that's actually not so bad.
Yeah,
it was higher than I thought.
Yeah, but it's again, when he was doing, he converted this all to try and do charter work.
There's no weight left in it.
And he found it when he was trying to do some flight training and stuff, because he was flight training and charter and stuff like that. But there was two, when he was doing getting his checked out, when there was two of them on board, with all the seats forward, he was just outside the CFG. So he was putting a 5-gallon pail of water in the back here, because then you can dump it out and stuff like that. So, and you know, there's storage up front there, but that all CFG's forward again.
Yeah, that's all forward again.
It's all forward again, so that doesn't help. So so these are all his supporting documents. I believe all Bill's going to want to see is that stuff and whatnot.
All right.
But there's nothing's been thrown out. There's the flight supplement for this.
All right. Water rudder operation.
So are you taking this just to Bellingham, or are you taking it all the way to Minnesota, wherever this thing is?
I'm going to take it to Sheridan. Well, good morning. Airplane is fully loaded. It is tucked right in there. Yeah, that way, right there. We got the landing gear loaded. We've looked at all the paperwork, loaded all the records, logs, done the pre-flight, reviewed some flight manual stuff, especially with the Wipline floats. And I am now just sitting, waiting, burning 2 hours of time before my customs arrival reservation. I may move that up and go just a little bit early, but it is nice to have all of that done and be ahead of time. Absolutely stunning drive up this morning, and now I'm just watching some traffic fly here at Chilliwack. Nice little airport. Furcus Aviation's got a great facility, a lot of airplanes in there. They obviously do good work because they are busy. And just gonna hang out and relax. I like it when you're ahead of time and things get easy. Well, this makes it a nice thing when you're relaxing and you get to see a 170 come up. Got to walk over, introduce myself to this proud aircraft owner. He's watched our YouTube video, so it was fun for him to meet us. All right, well, there she is out in the sunshine, all pre-flighted. We've got half a tank of fuel on both sides. Oil's good. And 307 Tango Golf, good looking airplane. Good looking airplane. Got some nice docking lights under the wings. Nice feature. A little bit of rainwater had collected, so we got that cleared out. Don't plan to use them, but water rudders were functioning good. Beautiful BC day. Pretty standard Cessna 172 panel. The Garmin, ICOM, nav, and then Garmin transponder in the secondary comm. One thing special, we got the panel for the amphib floats. We've got the manual system. And we've got the water rudder lever. Well, the time has finally come to launch this airplane to meet our customs arrival reservation. Of course, a really quick flight, beautiful skies. We'll blast out of Chilliwack and just run to the southeast of Abbotsford, Class Delta, cross over the border, and then you're right into Class Delta for Bellingham. They put me onto a left downwind, takes you out over the bay because they extended me for some traffic, which may be what leads to a little bit of gear confusion. The lasers are going, hey, we're over the ground, now we're over the water, the wheels are down. A few things we have to look at on this system for sure. Well, obviously that check gear warning is not something we normally wanted. The advisory system was not working quite up to snuff. The reset function was a little bit sticky, so these are things that we're going to address here in Bellingham. Check with the manufacturer, check with the prior owner, do a little bit of light maintenance on it. Well, good morning everybody. It is noon on, what's today? I guess Thursday. We are back at Bellingham. Aviation Services here. And we have been on the phone with Whip-Air about the Mark II laser warning system. Doing both some troubleshooting, and then we have the option we can just pull the breaker, label it in-op, and continue. It's not a required system. But we're gonna go taxi 307 Tango Golf over here, get topped off on fuel, check a few things on the system, and regardless, we're gonna head for Sheridan. Don't really expect to make it there all the way this evening. Probably could right after sunset, but that's not something I really want to do. Don't usually try to fly ferry airplanes at night. So that's what's going on. It's been a lot of driving, a lot of time on the phone with maintenance folks, Whip-Air folks, the owner, and I think we've got a good, safe, executable plan, so here we go. This is a gorgeous little Tailorcraft. Noticed it yesterday. Wow, looks like it's been recently refinished, fabric and paint. It is sweet. Tinted windows, beautiful upholstery. That's a great looking classic. All right, getting ready to depart Bellingham. She's all fueled up, giving one last look. I already climbed up and checked the fuel caps, checked the level, got the fuel sump. Oil doors closed. Latches are closed. Pump outs are all in. We did the full pre-flight over what was parked. This is just the big picture one last time. Shocks are out. 4 tires pumped up. All right, let's go to Sheridan. The Navy had come in with one of their flotations. Haven't seen one of these for a while. So my basic route was to follow the North Cascades Highway over to Deer Park. That was going to run me out over Lake Whatcom, give me many gorgeous views of Mount Baker, and of course then Rainy Pass, Washington Pass up over the top of the North Cascades before we settle into the dry part of the state. Well, we went over the North Cascades at 7,500 feet mean sea level, which was about 9,700 foot density altitude, and I'll be honest, that was about all this airplane really wanted to do today. But before long, we made it over the pass, some snow still hanging out, and here was beautiful sunny Winthrop. That always lets you know that you've made it across and you're now on the gateway to eastern Washington. Well, thanks for coming along on Section 1. Watch for video 2 as we continue over to Deer Park, Washington. We'll eventually stop in, see some friends in Montana, and then make our way to Sheridan, Wyoming. Jughead's out.